Why do people always just think that it's easy to just yell and demand shit from me instead of just talking to me like I'm a human being? I mean, I got feelings and emotions like the next person, yo. I just don't get it. And if I'm giving respect, why do people feel like it's just not cool? Like, to show respect, I don't understand. It's not, like, I go through it so much. It's crazy. Like, I give so much respect to people, and I just don't get it in return. And even the doctor's office is like the primary freaking example, yo. Like, I don't understand. I've been waiting for this appointment because my left side is more swollen, and even in my breast area on my side of my rib cage is all tender. Biva has to help me bathe that side because I can't really lift that arm because that's where the shower rod fell, and I can't. It just sucks, yo. It just sucks. So I was waiting. Yeah, Biva. I was waiting for this appointment so they could recheck it because patient first had said that it was just a bruised arm, but my hand is swollen, my shoulder, the throbbing pain that comes through. Like, I find myself crying in the middle of the night because the pain is bad. Anyway, so I get to the doctor's office. Somehow they skip me and they get the person after me. And I'm realizing all this, but I still don't see nothing because I'm in pain already. I don't feel good. Like, I wanted to cancel the appointment. That's how much I didn't feel good, and that's how much pain I was in. But I know I needed to go. So I get there, whatever. Like, so I'm waiting. So I realize that they screwed up. So then they finally call me. But then the nurse that like goes to get me is not my normal nurse that usually deals with the doctor that I usually go see. But she's like, I don't know. She wasn't nice to begin with. I'm struggling to walk. She walking hecka fast. I ain't about to rush to walk to catch up with you because I'm already in crazy pain. So I ain't never realized before that their scale is not equipped for, like my situation. But I skipped a step. My bad, y'all. Let me rewind real quick. So the night before, which is Monday night, I'm doing the pre-check and questions for the appointment because it's supposed to be a physical and, to have my arm checked out. So I'm answering all the pre-check questions, whatever. So then it's having me confirm all my pre-diagnoses. So I see all my psych stuff up there, and then all of a sudden I see my migraines, and I'm like, oh shit, this wasn't here the last time. So I'm like, this was put in July 8th. I'm like, that's the day I saw the neurologist. So I'm like, he ain't say he was gonna add, the diagnosis to, my chart. And then, hold and behold, what do I see? I don't want to say the wrong diagnosis. That's why I paused for a second, because I always tend to do this. And I'm recording on a phone that actually has... Yeah, babe, I'll hold this real quick. Babe, I have recorded on a phone that has the screenshot. I know I keep saying I bought the video camera, but use it. But the video camera kind of requires me to, how do I do this? Oh, that's how I do this. The video camera, oh, my freaking hand, requires me to, why am I here? This is not where I need to be. Requires me to, go to the computer. And these last few days, the pain's been so bad that, yeah, it hasn't been a possibility. So I did a little makeshift desk. I would lift up and show y'all, but I'm holding the phone with the left hand, and I haven't had this issue in a while, and apparently my hand is kind of stuck right now, so I'm just gonna leave y'all where y'all are. Paraplegia. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all would be able to see that. It may be too bright. Hold on, let me see if I can lower it. And if y'all ask, if y'all have questions, this is the Shopnormees business phone, and I was only able to get it because thanks to AT&T allowing me to get another line, and it became cheaper since they let me do the payment plan. I was able to get it because I had to get the phone after the whole shootout thing. There was no way. But then this phone turned out to be too nice for him. I didn't realize it was that nice, so I gave him the state phone, and I realized I needed to separate the business phone from my personal phone if I was going to be able to do the taxes correct. And so I just, did that. And I did see that. I'm going to show you in 1 second. But when I saw that, I was mad because I done seen this neurologist 2 more times since that day, and homeboy still ain't answering none of my questions. Mind you, this is the first appointment, but the only reason why I can't really argue with him is because he was the neurologist that oversaw me at the ER the day that we had to call 911 on Father's Day. So go to Sissy. So he's the neurologist that saw the MRI. When my body was going through the paraplegia where I couldn't move nothing. So if that's a diagnosis that he saw in my MRI when I was going through the episode, then in my opinion, it would be more of an accurate at the moment due to whatever my brain and, everything else was showing in the MRI. But my thing that I got pissed off, which made me just more mad when I saw that, was like, I went in there and you did the whole poke me and you did a couple of other more things. But every time I kept bringing up the legs on my left side, you wasn't really acknowledging it. You were focused on the migraines, but instead of kind of just saying, well, I believe it's this, so I'm, diagnosing you with this, that's why I'm going to focus on this. You just brushed me off and then focused on that instead of, so here I'm thinking you're ignoring me, but in reality, you kind of already did. Yeah, you can use that paper. You kind of already did your diagnosis and didn't say anything. So, like, what am I supposed to? I'm not psychic. I mean, if I was a psychic, I probably would have stayed out of a lot of trouble. So, I'm already feeling a certain type of way. Because this is all new here, Baba. Baba. Oh my God. This is all new, but I called you.
I know, that's why I was looking.
This is all new. Who the hell is calling me? Oh, man, I got it. I don't know who that is. This is all new. Who the hell is calling me from Gloucester? I feel like I know that number, but I'm not sure. This is like, all new stuff to me. Like, you feel me? But he never said anything, so I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that, but it says paraplegia, right? Where's my finger? Right here. And weakness and all that. But yeah, so all right. So then I get to the doctor's office, right? The scale is really weird. So the plate itself is thin, but it has bars for you to be able to stand up and hold yourself. But it makes no sense because it comes like an hourglass type of ordeal, which is retarded. Because okay, you're opening it on the top for heavy set people. I understand that part. But because of the way my legs and my inability to use them a certain type of way, I can't stand comfortably to be able to stand if I'm forced to like push them together. I don't know how to explain it. So I couldn't really stand on both of my legs. So I kind of had to put more weight on one leg. So the weight wasn't coming up accurately. So I was kind of explaining to her that my mobility in my legs and where the scale was and the bars. And so she kept brushing me off because she was thinking that I was trying to say, like, I couldn't stand. Basically, she thought I was complaining about, not being able to stand. When that wasn't really the issue. It was the fact that I can't stand correctly on there to get the accurate weight. Now, this may not be a big deal to anybody else. This may not be a big deal to anybody else, but to me it is, because I have OCD, and it bothers me when I feel like my information or even my kids' information is not accurate in the file, because God forbid there needs to be a surgery or medication has to be dispensed based off of their weight, especially because of their psych meds and things like that. I want it to be accurate. Some psych meds, if the information is not accurate to the T, will not work if the weight is not to the letter. So that's why I'm kind of a little anal about it. So I'm trying to explain these things to her. Oh my God, my shoulder's hurting. I'm trying to explain these things to her, and she's walking away. Mind you, again, I already said she walks faster than me. So while she's walking away, I'm getting irritated because you're walking quicker than me and I can barely walk. The doctor was there. She's hearing the blunt end of the conversation, right? While I'm trying to walk to the office, into the, the room. So we get into the room, and I'm still trying to, bring up, because basically, as a supervisor, customer service, I've been a supervisor in 3 different locations. As a mental health patient who already feels like, she's not being heard or like taken serious, or her needs are not being taken into consideration, whatever the case may be, I can't stand it when you bypass what to me is important, because it'll help my health in the long run. Now that I'm dealing with having to come to terms that, this this electrical wheelchair situation, and maybe this memory shit is probably all part of my, life on a permanent basis.